Jaya Jaya Navadvipa Chandrasekara Suta Jaya Jaya Nityananda Raya Avaduta Jaya Jaya Sri Advaita Prabhu Mahashaya Gadadara Srivasa Pandita Jaya 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 Navadvipa Dama Sarvadama Sara Jaya Navadvipa Vasi Gaura Parivara. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared on February 18, 1486. So after only 47 years, he disappeared by running into the Tota Gopinath temple deity on June 29, 1533. So, basically, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there only for 47 or 48 years. That's all it was. So, now the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was forgotten for a long time after his disappearance. So, later, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura appeared about 305 years later on September 2nd, 1838. So only in 1887, he was very anxious to find Mahaprabhu's appearance place. Without the effort of Bhaktivinoda Thakura, we could not have found the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. One day, after twilight, at about 10 o'clock at night, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakura and his son Kamala Prasad. Who is this Kamala Prasad? He is none other than Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura. So his initial name was Kamala Prasad. So they were all there, just watching, just outside on in the sky. There was also a clerk was also with them. So they were standing on the roof of a place called Rani Dharmasala. This Rani Dharmasala, so they were looking at the northern direction. So this Rani Dharmasala is the place where his disciple, Srila Gaura Kishora Dasa Babaji, used to spend much of his time during bhajana. And it was very dark. And the sky was filled with clouds. Then across the Ganga towards the north, Bhaktivinoda Thakur saw a very effulgent mansion. It was so effulgent that no one could miss the amazing sight. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur was lost in the scene and forgot everything. Then he was standing still. After some time, the miraculous scene disappeared. Bhaktivinoda Thakur immediately asked his son, Kamala Prasad, who was also nearby, did you see something in the sky? His son answered, yes. I was so awestruck to see the effulgent Adbhuta Mandir. Adbhuta means amazing, that's wonderful. Adbhuta Mandir. Mandir means temple. On the other side of the Ganges towards the north. And then Bhaktivinoda Thakur also asked the clerk, who was also right there standing. But the clerk said he did not see anything at all. So it was a divine manifestation. So in the next day morning, Bhaktivinoda Thakur again went to the roof of the Rani Dharmasala and attentively looked towards that place. But he was unable to see the effulgent mansion again. But he could see a palm tree there. So he was then inquiring about, from the locals and others about that place. They all said that it was called Ballala Dighi. Ballala Dighi is the place where we can see the remains of the old port of a palace of King Lakshmana Sena. We'll also cover the Jayadeva Goswami. So Lakshmana Sena was living at the time of Jayadeva Goswami. So now the following Saturday, Bhaktivinoda Thakur went straight to the nearby Ballala Dighi. That night, Bhaktivinoda Thakur saw another very wondrous sight. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Sri Nityananda Prabhu, and Sri Advaita Acharya, Sri Gadadhar Pandit, and the other devotees were seen completely absorbed in chanting and dancing ecstatically. The eyes of all the associates were filled with tears. That the big sound of Haribol, Haribol, and the sound of mridangas and kartals were all emerging all over the place. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur was seeing this, and he was in ecstasy. After some time, the image, the whole vision just disappeared from his eyes. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was now sure about the appearance place of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Srila Jagannatha Dasa Babaji was the guru of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. What you see in the picture at the left is his Bhajan Kutir. So that time, when the incident happened to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Jagannatha Das Babaji was about 144 years old. He was so old that his eyelids were drooping. If he wanted to see anything, somebody or he himself has to really physically open the eyelids, move it up and down so that he can see. It was very difficult. He was very old that he could not even walk. So to go from one place to another, somebody had to carry Babaji in a basket. When Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur saw the glowing Mandira and then the wonderful vision of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with his associates in Nama Sankirtan, he wanted to bring his Gurudev and perform a big Nama Sankirtan. Yes, a very big Nama Sankirtan event was arranged under the auspiciousness of Srila Jagannatha Dasa Babaji Maharaj. So at that time, Srila Jagannatha Dasa Babaji Maharaj came with many Vaishnavas to take darshan of Sri Mayapur. Of course, he was carried in a basket by a devotee to the place. When Srila Jagannatha Dasa Babaji Maharaj was brought there, he immediately jumped out of the basket and, overwhelmed with ecstasy, he danced. Nobody could believe. Otherwise, he was not able to walk at all. So then he started dancing and crying out, "Oh, this is the birthplace of Gaura Chandra, my very life and soul." He started dancing. And everyone was so surprised to see Babaji get this kind of strong emotion. And they all declared, yes, that's the birthplace of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In the last class, I just mentioned about this one. So it is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur who was the key personality to reveal this birthplace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So then a temple also was built actually, but it was built very later actually. Actually, when I visited this temple first time, that was 2012, I wanted to see and submit a new bhajan. That time, it was just made E47 for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Gauranga Avadaram. It is actually Gokul bhajan, so as a samarpana I was doing. So when the arati started, I started singing. And so you may be able to hear the singing in the background. So the rhythm and then the temple bell will also go along with the singing. Let me try play. We even made a small video about that too. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, he also brought many associates with him. They ranged from Vaikunda, Dwaraka, Saket, and Navadvipa, and also Goloka. So a great associates of Lord Chaitanya that I want to bring up today is Sri Jagadananda Pandita. So this Jagadananda Pandita was an expansion of Queen Satyabhama of Dwaraka. Okay, so this Jagadananda Pandita was actually a queen, queen of Dwaraka, Satyabhama. So after Rukmini, Satyabhama was the famous queen in Dwaraka. But Satyabhama had a very unique character as well. So once Narada Muni was given one Parijata flower by Lord Indra in the heaven. When Narada Muni goes all over the place, and then Lord Indra gave a nice Parijata flower, one flower, gave to Narada Muni. So Narada Muni was thinking, oh, I can make some drama out of it. So he brought that to Dwaraka and gave that to Lord Krishna. So then also Narada Muni told Krishna, you should give that flower to your dearmost queen. So then Krishna knew Narada Muni, whenever he comes, he makes some problem. Some problem, calamity will come. Anyway, Krishna said, okay, so Rukmini is my first queen and then primary queen. So Krishna gave the Parijata flower to Rukmini. On seeing this, Narada Muni immediately went to Satyabhama. And he told Satyabhama, see, oh Satyabhama, Krishna loves Rukmini more than you. I saw Krishna was giving a flower, a Parijata flower from Indraloka to Rukmini, not to you. So hearing that, Satyabhama all riled up with jealousy. So Narada Muni then suggested a solution also to her. He said, oh Satyabhama, you should ask Krishna about for your own Parijata flower. But also don't just settle for the flower, one or two. No, you should ask Krishna to get a Parijata plant itself from Indraloka. So that you can plant in your garden. So that you will get so many Parijata flowers coming every day. It will be a regular supply. So later when Krishna visited Satyabhama's quarters, Satyabhama expressed her anger and disappointment at the whole incident. So she asked Krishna that she should not, she does not just want just a flower or two. No, she said, I wanted the Parijata plant itself. She demanded Krishna that she should go with Krishna to the Indraloka and bring a Parijata plant immediately. Okay, Krishna agreed to the proposal. Seeing this will happen, Narada Muni already went to Indraloka before Krishna was to go and warned Lord Indra. Oh Indra, you are the king of the heaven and you are the head of all the demigods. So you should also protect your heavenly properties. There is a plan by someone to try to get a Parijata plant from your heaven. You should not allow any celestial plants and trees to go to earth. So Indra said yes. He was waiting. And now Krishna and Satyabhama later came to Indraloka and somehow succeeded in stealing one Parijata plant. Just when they were about to leave, Lord Indra caught them. He accused them of stealing it to take to earth. So a battle started. Satyabhama was fighting against Lord Indra and defeated him. Lord Krishna was happily watching and then looking at how Satyabhama was fighting against Lord Indra and defeated. So Indra lost the battle. But he cursed that the plant would never give any fruit. Of course, it's at least giving the flowers. So as you may know, when Satyabhama planted the Parijata plant in her courtyard, the plant was growing towards the courtyard of Rukmini, and it was giving all the flowers only there. Anyway, so that's a different altogether story. But anyway, if you see Rukmini's mood is called rightist. So what is rightist? Rightist means like Chandravali. So their mood is, I belong to Krishna. But Satyabhama's mood is leftist. Very much like Radharani's. How do they feel? Krishna belongs to me. Not like I belong to Krishna. No, Krishna belongs to me. So that's the difference. So many incidents showed the deep love of Satya Bhama for Krishna. Anyway, coming to Jagadananda Pandita, who appeared with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, was the Amsa of Satya Bhama, as I mentioned. So naturally, the very same mood was found in Jagadananda Pandita also. Once when Lord Chaitanya was in Jagannath Puri, Jagadananda Pandita arranged to bring a pot of costly scented perfume oil from Navadvipa. He was carrying all the way from there very carefully. Why? He wanted to bring it here to Jagannath Puri, where Lord Chaitanya was living that time, so that it can be applied on his head. So it's a nice perfume, and also it will stop catching cold, something like that. So seeing the scented oil, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu got so upset. And he said, no, I cannot accept this one. I am a sannyasi. So he was, then again, Jagadananda Pandit was pressing. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then got angry. Today you bring scented oil, and tomorrow you may bring the whole set of makeup set and everything. I am a sannyasi. Take it away from me. So hearing this, Jagadananda Pandita got very upset. So he grabbed that costly oil he brought from Navadvipa and broke it in front of Mahaprabhu. So the oil spread all over. Then he went into his room and closed the door for 3 days without eating or drinking anything. On the 4th day, morning, Mahaprabhu knocked his door and asked him to cook and eat together. Jagadananda immediately got up and he cooked some nice preparation, and they both finally had prasadam. So now Jagadananda wanted Lord Chaitanya to live in comfort. Okay, this is out of love. So at another time, he brought a saffron-colored, very soft cloth, cotton cloth, very soft, very like a velvet kind of, so that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could sleep on it. Again, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu refused, and Jagadananda was angry again. But this time, Swarupa Damodara was another associate who was none other than Lalita Devi. So he supported Jagadananda. So they were trying to convince Lord Chaitanya to accept, but Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not accept. Finally, they brought some dried banana leaves and filled, then covered with some old outer cloth with it, and then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then accepted. Anyway, so here if you see there are quarrels. All these are actually based on love and affection. Something we see with Radharani, Gopis and Krishna. So Jagadananda himself once told, love after a quarrel is like pure gold. Felt so blissful in my heart, he said. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also told Jagadananda Pandita, yes, it is because of our love for each other that we get angry with each other. Each quarrel strengthens our love for each other. So anyway, quarrels are actually important to them. So Jagadananda felt immense sadness when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left this planet. His lamentation knew no bounds. He was really very, very, very sad. So he was actually in the Prema Vivarta. So that is his scripture that I am going to talk about it. He's saying, aha se chaitanya pada pajanera sampada kota ye begelo amachari atma ke feliye gela mrityu morna gaila shoke amiyai gada gadi. Oh, the feet of Lord Chaitanya are the wealth of one's devotion. Where have they gone now, abandoning me? They have left me alone. And what is the reason for my living anymore? I roll about in the ground, suffering this intense agony of separation. Now you can see. how intense the Jagadananda Prabhu, Pandita, was with Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Jagadananda Pandita composed a very unique scripture called Prema Vivarta. This is the scripture of Bhakti Rasa. Remember Bhakti? Three kinds are there. Then Bhakti Rasa, then Bhakti Sara. Anyway, so I will discuss it later. So this is the scripture of Bhakti Rasa. We also read about this in the Jaiva Dharma of Bhaktivinoda Thakura. There it is mentioned that the Sannyas Thakura was constantly reading this Prema Vivarta with eyes filled with tears. So in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, also Srila Krishna Dasa Kaviraja Goswami writes about this unique scripture called Prema Vivarta. Jagadanandera Prema Vivarta Sune ye jana Premera Swarupa Jane Paya Premadana. What does it mean? Oh, anyone who hears of Jagadananda Pandit's Prema Vivarta understands the nature of divine love and attains his wealth. So he writes, Chaitanyera Rupa Guna Sada Pade Mane Parahana Kandaya Dega Papaya Sagane. Sri Chaitanya's form and qualities always come to my mind, and thus my heart cries and my body constantly swells. Kandite, Kandite, Mane Haila Udaya, Lekani Dariya Liki Chadi Lajabbaya. As I cry, I hold a pen and write that comes to my mind, leaving aside my shame and fear. Even though, he also says in the next one, he says, even though I am called Pandita, I am not Pandita. I don't know anything. It's because of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu I am living. So see, look at how they are. Anyway, so now we are going to enter the heart of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. So this Gaudiya Vaishnavism is basically deep-rooted from in Navadvipa. So the Chandrasekara Bhavana of Mayapur is the heart of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. This is the original Chaitanya Mat, what you see. So only from here, from the Jagadguru Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura, Krishna consciousness and teachings of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spread to the entire world. ISKCON founder Srila Swami Maharaj, who is also called Srila Prabhupada, used to come here very, very often, because this is where Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura was actually giving classes. This is the place, meeting place. So it was here Srila Prabhupada was instructed by Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada to propagate Krishna consciousness to the entire world. So this is not an ordinary place. This is a very, very special place. Very special place. You are now seeing inside the Chaitanya Mat. This is a very sacred place, the root of Krishna consciousness, as everybody knows. In this video, actually, my Malaysia friend is telling the same thing in Tamil. So, what is saying? This is a very sacred place and very root of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement. So, this is the devotee with whom we published several books in Tamil and distributed very many books in Malaysia and Singapore.
சக்தி வாய்ந்த இடம். எல்லா கௌடி ஆச்சாரியரும் இங்கிருந்தே தான் அவங்க ஆரம்பிச்சாங்க. பக்தி மாதவ மகாராஜ், பக்தி ஸ்ரீதர மகாராஜ், பக்தி பிரஜா கேசவ மகாராஜ், சுவாமி பிரபுபாத், எல்லாமே இங்கிருந்து தான் அவங்க பயிற்சி பெற்று இங்கிருந்து தான் அவங்க ஆரம்பிச்சாங்க. இந்த இடம் அவ்வளோ ஒரு சக்தி. மகாபிரபு பிறந்தது இன்னும் ரொம்ப பவரான இடம்.
So this is the Bhajan Kutir and the Samadhi Mandir of Jagadguru Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura. So this is very unique place in the history of Krishna consciousness. So if you go inside the Chaitanya Math complex, we see very nice deities of Gandharvika Giridhari, and also we see the Satbhuja form of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that he showed to Sri Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. So because Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed is Satbhuja means 6 hands. So 2 hands, those are like one carrying like bow and arrow, that is Lord Ram, green color, and then another two hands, that is Krishna holding the flute, and then another 2 hands, one carrying a kamandala and the other one a danda, which is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. Anyway, actually what we call as Gaudiya Math is none other than Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha. That was established by Sri Jiva Goswami actually. Then again what happened was it was re-established by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura on 5th February 1919. So Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada is the founder of Gaudiya Math. This is the same name that Srila Prabhupada used in the West, but in simple English, how can you do that? So that's why it was very difficult. So what happened was, the meaning of Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha or Gaudiya Math is basically translated into English, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, because otherwise Gaudiya Math nobody will understand. And then also if you say by Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha like that, nobody will be able to understand, because we were trying to give a name to our present seva. The seva, nobody knew what the seva means. Then we really renamed to present ministry. See, this is the problem. So he had to change, to really do something so that all the English speaking people and Western world can understand what it is. So it is nothing other than actually Gaudiya Math. So actually, even though we are actually hearing sometimes, people may be saying, ISKCON is, not Gaudiya Math, and Gaudiya Math is not authentic. They are all telling all kinds of things are there. This is not right. It is actually offensive. Because if Gaudiya Math is not authentic, then how can the ISKCON be actually authentic? So anyway, so Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura never ordered Srila Prabhupada to start something different. No. We do not see any evidence anywhere. Nothing. But, we are hearing from some ISKCON devotees that, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura asked Prabhupada to really start another. No, never ever. That never happened. So, anyway, in the West, the name Gaudiya Math did not convey much for the neophytes. So, the name Vishwa Vaishnava Raj Sabha was complex to understand. So, Srila Swami Prabhupada, Swami Maharaj, who is Srila Prabhupada, simply translated these for the purpose of giving a easy name in English. Anyway, in January 1900, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakura took initiation from Gaura Kishora Dasa Babaji Maharaj. So, actually, to Gaura Kishora Dasa Babaji Maharaj, only one disciple he took. That was Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura. So, because the Babaji Maharaj had shown that he would not take any disciples. But Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura, who was the son of Bhaktivinoda Thakura, desperately, he decided that if at all he wanted to take initiation, he wanted to take only from Bhakti, Gaura Kishora Dasa Maharaj. So he was asking again and again, but Gaura Kishora Dasa Maharaj was refusing. So first time when he asked, he said, no, if Mahaprabhu tells me, then only I will. Then again, second time again when he asked, he said, no, I haven't asked Mahaprabhu. So like that it was going on for some reason or other. He was actually postponing. And finally it came to a situation where Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura was really desperately asking, begging, please give me initiation. I don't want to take initiation from anyone else. Then also Babaji Maharaj said, you know what? Initiation is not just like that. It's not, it should not be taken easy by virtue or by scholarship and other qualities. No, one cannot really attain Lord. They do not give you any right to initiate. Then Gaura Kishora Dasa Babaji, he said, all right, I will give. Because usually he will never allow any materialistic person even to touch his feet. However, out of his, because Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura was begging every time, then finally out of compassion, he himself took even the dust from his lotus feet and smeared on the head and body of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura. It was really very unique. Anyway, with that great blessing, look at how he became the Jagat Guru. Jagat Guru Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura. He became Jagat Guru for in spreading Krishna consciousness to the entire world. So we see that no one can become a guru. The guru business is not, guru is not a business. It is not something somebody can vote and then all right. So many votes are there, then you can become a guru. It doesn't work that way. You cannot really, bring a donkey and say how many people are voting that it's a cow. Oh, okay, all right. More people voted that it's a cow. Okay, this is not a donkey, it's a cow. How can we do it? So this is very, 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 very important. See, even then, the disciples are really supposed to be given to his guru. So next to the Bhajan Kutir and Samadhi Mandir of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura, we see the Samadhi Mandir of Gaura Kishora Dasa Babaji, the spiritual master of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura. Anyway, so this Gaura Kishora Dasa Babaji would never allow any materialistic person to touch his feet. If they did so, he would make a show of anger saying, you are doomed. You will be finished. So basically, instead of actually giving blessing, he will curse them. Most people, because of that, is afraid to attempt to really go and then get any this kind of boon. But still, lot of people I know, a lot of people used to come to him for blessings. What kind of blessings people in general, go to any Babaji? I want a job. I want a child. I want to be rich. I need a larger home, bigger home. My daughter should get married. I want my disease to be cured. I should get a beautiful wife. I have so much of debt. Please bless me to clear it. I am opening a new business. Please bless for success. If we see this world, so many people are flocking to Siddhas and this and that. So many called this Baba, that Baba, and this we are seeing. These things are nothing to do with what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give. No one is asking for bhakti. That is the most rare thing. No one will ask. So, to avoid meeting these worldly people coming for blessings, you know what he used to do? Gaura Kishora Dasa Babaji Maharaj used to go inside inside the nearby public toilet, latrine, and he goes there inside that, he then locks the door so that nobody will come there. And he told, the smell of the latrine, this toilet, is so better compared to seeing these stinging materialistic people. He was there, he used to be there for days just to avoid those kind of people and chanting there. Once, Gaura Kishora Dasa Babaji Maharaj visited Vrindavan at the bank of Yamuna. He was lost in the pastimes of Sri Radha and Krishna and Gopis. He was shouting And he was running on the bank of Yamuna, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe, oh Radhe. This was going on days and nights. He was in the mood of this intense mood and seeing all the pastimes. However, the hunger was bothering him continuously too. He had not eaten for several days. And he did not want to eat anything to satisfy his material hunger. His hunger for Radha Krishna was overtaking his other hunger for days. Finally, one day Babaji was shouting at his stomach, looking at the stomach. You are hungry? You cannot stop bothering me with your hunger. Okay, eat this, eat this. And saying that, he immediately, he took a lot of clays from Yamuna on the bank and he was just swallowing. Eat this. Okay, are you satisfied now? Now, it also found out that after some time, Babaji, Gaura Kishora Dasa Babaji got blinded. Okay, they are saying that because he was eating so much of this clay, this mud. So the mood of our Gaudiya Acharyas are like this. Because all the Gaudiya Acharyas are manjaris, not ordinary people. They are not here to really give Vaiti Bhakti. No, they are manjaris. That you can find only in the Gaudiya Sampradaya. Gaudiya proper Gaudiya Sampradaya, not anywhere else. So, also just opposite to the Samadhi Mandir of Srila Gaura Kishora Dasa Babaji Maharaj, we see Radha Kunda and Syama Kunda. Of course, we have the Radha Kunda and Syama Kunda in Govardhan, the foothill of Govardhan. And here also, they really made this Radha Kunda and Syama Kunda. This is Radha Kund, Syama Kund, just in front of the Samadhi Mandir of Srila Gaur Govinda. As we have seen before, Navadvipa Dham is hidden Vrindavan Dham. This is another unique place that I want to talk about. This is a jackfruit tree inside Gaudiya Math. So very near the Samadhi Mandir of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura, this is the sitting place of Srila Bhakti Prajnana Keshava Goswami Maharaj. Who is this? This Bhakti Prajnana Keshava Goswami Maharaj was a sannyasa guru for Srila Prabhupada, Srila Swami Maharaj, Prabhupada, who founded ISKCON. So, but if you go to ISKCON temples, you will never see anywhere in the Guru Parampara pictures about this Bhakti Prajnana Keshava Goswami Maharaj. And also it's a sannyasa guru of Srila Gurudev too, Narayana Maharaj. So he is very, very important in our Guru Parampara. Now the thing is, very important thing is, if we do not have his picture in the Guru Parampara in ISKCON, then the problem is this. I don't know why they are not doing it, but then the problem is this. Sannyasa mantra has to come from the sannyasa guru. The sannyasa guru of Srila Prabhupada is Bhakti Prajnana Keshava Goswami Maharaj. That ISKCON people do not know even. Many people don't know. But the thing is, how are they getting initiated into sannyas? Where is the mantra coming from? Mantra has to come through the Guru Parampara. But then if we are not having the sannyasa guru there at all, if you don't know who is the sannyasa guru of Srila Prabhupada, then how will you get sannyas? It's not possible. And also later we found out that the sannyasa mantra given by Srila Prabhupada himself was not correct. There was something wrong. It was not the original Gopi mantra. So Gopi mantra has to come from the sannyasa guru parampara. And this is where we are asking so many questions. Why they are not really keeping Bhakti Prajnana Keshava Goswami Maharaj in the parampara? I don't know. He is a sannyasa guru. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, in this very place, this jackfruit tree, And in this place, Paramahadadev Param Gurudev, Srila Bhakti Pragyan Kesava Maharaj. During his time in Chaitanya Math, he would always be sitting under the tree and give service to all other devotees. He was manager for this math during his time.
Gaur. Okay, so anyway, all right, now I showed this place. I said about this one. Ballala Diggi, I told. When I was mentioning about how Bhaktivinoda Thakura was discovering the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I was just showing this. It is also surprising that the Mayapur was once the capital of Bengal. This is the ruined palace of and the forts of Ballala Sena. So the Sena dynasty was ruling this place before. So we can see those ruined, the ruins even now. So when Ballala Sena was attracted by, so what happened was there is some little story. So Ballala Sena was the king, but the problem was because of the dominance of Tandrik, Durga Puja, Tandrik Puja, he got attracted. So he was having so many things to do. So he was actually basically pushed out. So the minister decided to let him get out and do all the Tandrik, all the things, Kali worship elsewhere. So he left. So his son, Lakshmana Sena, became the king. But he was not interested in becoming a king because he was devotional. And he came to their place called Kendubilya. This Kendubilya is a very famous place, Okay, even now if you really go there, it's really so good. So he actually came there and then put a small hut, and then he was just saying, I don't want to be able to rule any in the kingdom. And then he was actually there, but at the same time, he was very skillful archer, by the way. So once Lakshmana Sena was shooting an arrow over Ganges, and it hit after some time, when whatever the direction he was actually shooting, then the arrow just came back. It came back and it started dancing in front of him. And the Ganges is actually flowing just above, and he is seeing what is going on here. He couldn't believe. Then, as if somebody is singing something and it is magically, it is really, going, doing some dance. He was so curious to find out why. So he crossed the Ganges and came to the same place where he shot the arrow. There he found a young sadhu who was in deep meditation. He looked like he had not even taken bath for months maybe. That young sadhu was in tears, loudly asking, did you see him? Did you see him? Did you see him? Lakshmana Sena asked, who? Krishna. And then, you know what? Krishna was here and then he simply vanished. Did you see him? I am searching for him here and there. I am not able to find. Did you see him? Oh my God. Then he was running. He started running here and there. And Lakshmana Sena was wondering, this must be a mad. Either he will be a mad person or he may be a high class devotee. And more, he was actually with this mad person. He was feeling, Lakshmana Sena was feeling something very ecstatic. Oh, he thought there is some connection between us. Who is he? And probably that was the reason that he came out and then staying in the Kindubilya, and then now he is actually able to meet also. That sadhu was Sri Jayadeva Goswami. You all know who is Jayadeva Goswami. The one who wrote the Gita Govindam all over the world. All the temples, Krishna temples, everywhere Gita Govindam is always sung. So by seeing this saintly personality, this Lakshmana Sen invited him to his palace. So now he had at least some interest to rule the kingdom because he got some very good association And in his all the court, see, Jayadeva Goswami was always the first one. It was so important for him. And this was the same Jayadeva Goswami. Later, he actually composed the Gita Govindam. But the thing is, it was due to the support of Lakshmana Sena, the Gita Govindam has been now known to all of us actually. So it's everywhere. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to love this Gita Govindam, and he used to sing and sing and sing and glorify. And in Navadvipa, we have a place where Jayadeva Goswami lived. Remember, I was talking about this Kindupiliya. And so we will anyway cover it as we go. When we come to the other Dvipa. It is not in this, it's Antardvipa, that's why. Anyway, so this is actually a segment about our drama we did on Jayadeva Goswami. You can see this in our YouTube channel for the full one anyway.
What? It is you? What is wrong with you, Padmavati? Why did you close the door? See, it is me, your husband. What will others think if you do like this? Oh my God! Am I dreaming? Who are you? What? What is wrong with you? Why do you look like that? It is me, your husband. Let me go and write that poem. I'm going to take out that line. You mean I ate? This is funny. I am very hungry and starving to death. And you say I ate? Please, give me some prasadam. I am hungry.
Oh, Swami, you came in before and told me that you were hungry, then ate everything. Then you went to write your verse there.
What? Where?
There. You even shouted as usual, and I brought you a pillow. Believe me, you are still there.
There is no one here. Padmavati, what are you searching for?
I am searching for you.
So if you see, it's a unique drama we did. I think we made about 20, 25, I don't know, so many dramas we did. This is one of them we really also staged for the public. So many people came. Anyway, so this Gita Govindam is so unique that even Puri Jagannath, as the deity form, came out of the temple. The temple at one night to hear the sweet Gita Govindam that was being sung by a devotee outside the temple. Outside the temple, somebody was singing this Gita Govindam. And Lord Jagannath could not resist. He, in the deity form, he just came out, and then he was actually hiding in the back of some bush, and he was listening to this wonderful singing. And it was going on and going on and going on. Now it was about in the morning, and like 3 a.m. or something, they will do the puja in the temple. And when the morning arati time was coming, and so the Lord Jagannath realized that he's supposed to be there in the deity room. So he hurried on the way. There are so many thorns. It was actually tearing the cloths. It was worn on the deity. So he quickly came, and then he got settled there. And the pujari came, and he's about to start the arati. He noticed all kinds of thorns and torn cloths and everything. He got so worried. What happened? Maybe some robber might have really entered into the temple somehow, and then probably did all these things. He was so worried, and other priests came, they got so worried. And then, of course, the news went to the king also. But anyway, so they changed the cloth and everything because it was all torn out. Then you are wondering what happened. That night, Lord Jagannath appeared in the dream of the head priest and also in the dream of the king. He was telling, oh, no. Nobody, no robber, nobody came. It was me. I went out to hear this Gita Govindam. And because, I am a Sangeeta Priya. See, Sangeeta Priya Krishna.
Sangeeta Priya Krishna.
Sangeeta Priya. I could not resist. So there was one devotee was really singing this Gita Govindam outside. And then I went there to really listen, and then I had to hurry back. So the out of thorns and things actually. So as if whatever had happened, so the king saw that, and also the head priest also saw that. And the king also arranged to recite the Gita Govindam every day in Puri Jagannath temple. Is happening. Yeah, that is how the whole thing. There are a lot of histories behind. So see how Jayadeva Goswami was the instrument, and he was really bringing to really satisfy the appetite of the Sangeeta Priya, that Krishna's desire. So this is the deity of the Jayadeva Goswami, Sri Radha Madhava. So what you see on the left side, they are not in Vrindavan. Because of the Muslims' problem, these deities were actually moved to Jaipur. So they are actually kept there now. What you see on the left side is Radha Govindaji. That is also in Jaipur. This is a very big temple that the king actually arranged to build all the temples. And nearby is the temple where the Radha Madhava is also there. So this Sri Radha Madhava is so unique. Because look at here, every time when you really start a Harikatha, for example, Srila Prabhupada, you say, Jaya Radha Madhava, Jaya Kunja Vihari. That is this Radha Madhava. So you are seeing the very same original deities worshipped by Jayadeva Goswami at the right side of this slide. Left side is Sri Radha Govindaji. Anyway, so this Radha Madhava temple is at a place called Kanaka Vrindavana on something called Amber Road in Jaipur. So according to the past records, the beautiful green valley was labeled as Kanak Vrindavan. It is there in the record also. Anyway, so these all belong to the Maharaj called Saval Jal Singh or something. It's about 280 years ago, something like that. We will conclude here. Vanja Kalpa Taripchacha, Kripa Sindhu Piavacha, Paditanam Bhavanepio, Vaishnavepio, Namo Namah. Jai Srila Gurudev, Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Guru Paramara. Hare Krishna, Gaura Pramanande, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.